Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's talk show. Today we will be talking about mental health and our guests' own mental health.
The interviews are Adele, Aikoi, and Panglen.
Have here, not in the room, in the meeting, social distancing guys, Mr. Geno!
Good morning. Good morning.
Brace yourself, Mr. Geno, for you shall be interviewed by 3 adolescents.
For people who don't know what a healthy mind is, according to experts, is defined as a state of the mind that has the power to change negative thoughts and feelings to something rational and positive. In doing so, a healthy mind creates a healthy body.
How are you today, sir?
I'm okay. In terms of mental health, I think everybody from the workforce are able to keep up with something that is perceived to be very stressful. So we don't expect COVID to end real soon, but based on how I observe our teachers, I think everybody's still keeping positive despite the circumstances.
What is a healthy mind to you?
A healthy mind is technically anchored on a feeling that everything would still be okay. I think the main premise of a healthy mind is to go on your life as normally as possible, without letting any factor diminish your quality of life, to prevent you from doing the things that you enjoy.
Oh, I see. The next question is, does a healthy mind help with my athletic performance?
I think a healthy mind will be able to convince you that you're capable of doing beyond what technically your physical stature will be able to take you. So, for example, I think speaking of mind control, I think it is very well documented how yoga masters are able to concentrate all with the process of trying to establish that link between their body and their minds a lot more what you call that, cohesively. All right, that the link between that proves technically that the mind technically is still the main organ of the body, not the heart. All right, your body will be able to go to places as far as the mind will be able to take you.
So, Mr. Geno, have you ever felt like you just want to shut down from everything for a while?
Funny you should mention that. Of course, I think everybody has, especially for the conditions we have right now. The situations tend to bring out our thresholds or limits. So every now and then, I think your teachers will not be able to deny it. But 3 days when you feel that what you need is a reset. I think everybody prays for an early arrival of a Friday or the weekend. But for now, I think what's the main challenge for your teachers right now is to make it through the week, use the weekends as productively as possible, and just exceed what the boundaries, the mental boundaries could actually take you to. Okay.
Have you ever been scared of your own thoughts?
Have I ever been scared? Yes. All right. Don't never underestimate the depth of the human psyche. That's the thing that has been reminded to us by many psychiatrists or psychologists. That sometimes, because I think everybody should begin with the premise that the personality is made of the id, the ego, and the superego. And sometimes the id, which is technically your primal self, voices out a thought that is a lot louder than your civilized ego and superego. So, for example, um, you go to a mall, and then your id, your primal self, just goes pizza, 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 and says, no, no, you just had a plate of spaghetti a moment ago. It's so hard to deny sometimes that the voice of something primal coming out in inopportune times. So there are times, for example, I'm gonna have to tell you this, but when you're dealing with somebody difficult, then your ego said, "I want to slap. I want to slap her." All right, but of course, social norms will then allow the ego and super ego to tell you, "Come on, Mr. Jano, that is not something that we civilized people do. So I think for now it is better for you to reason out with the person and be democratic, so to speak." And the id will answer back, "Okay, but we slap him later." All right, we find the first opportunity to lift a plastic chair and smash it onto his face.
And give me pizza first.
Oh my God. Don't even mention about pizza because right now the mere mention of the word pizza activates my id.
If you meet someone with unhealthy thought, what will you do?
All right. For purposes of just being polite, you should avoid the interaction with people who have the power to influence you with their unhealthy negative thoughts. I think it's our individual duty to bring out the positive in everybody. So if my first advice to you is just to avoid them, I think before you leave them, you should plant a seed of positivity for those people and at least leave them with something that could grow into something positive for them to carry on their days.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for allowing us to bother you on a Sunday morning.
That's it? I thought you were just warming up. No, just kidding. It is my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.